Hi guys, and welcome to your reading. I'm speaking to somebody that was dealing with someone very immature, very emotionally immature. I'm getting bad communication, maybe somebody leading you up the garden path, selling you false dreams, some kind of immature energy that you were dealing with, and you decided to get honest with them. You decided to be like, this ain't right. You called them out on something, you stood your ground. There was some kind of being honest. There was some kind of, not trickery, but something false, something very immature emotionally with this person. And either they got honest with you about something or you got honest with yourself. There's some sort of, someone got honest about something. So different things for different people. This is a collective reading. Take it as it resonates. But for some of you, maybe that person finally was honest about who they truly are, their true intentions. And for others, it was you that finally stood your ground. Like, I'm not okay with this. This isn't right. And I do feel like that is the case for most of you, because we've also got the Seven of Wands, standing your ground, not putting up with what you don't want. And then we've got the Two of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like this is your energy. You are emotionally balanced. You are smart. You know what you deserve. And maybe you were putting up with something, or you were kind of fooled into this situation with this person that was being emotionally immature. They had bad communication, all of that. That's not in alignment with you. I feel like you could feel it. Your energy, you are better than that. That's you. You're very well balanced about things, or that's who you've become. And then we've got the Ace of Pentacles. Something new is coming in. You've said no to something you don't want. You've stood your ground, and you are calling in this new energy, something new, maybe a new relationship, a new way of thinking, this newfound confidence you have. Or maybe you've always been confident, but you were just putting up with something and you just realized it wasn't for you. Then we have Three of Cups. Joy, celebration. There are good things coming. This new thing coming in will be a cause for celebration. There will be kind of possibly people coming together. I'm getting a lot of happiness, a lot of celebration with this new opportunity, new energy coming in. And then we have authenticity attracts. This is all about being your authentic self, which I feel like what you are doing. You're being real about who you are. And by being this, by holding this energy, you will attract the right people and repel the wrong ones. The ones that are not in alignment. This kind of, I'm getting like if I show you like a little young boyish energy with all these like hopes and dreams in his hands. Like, you know, I'm just getting this kind of like, sometimes these people can sense your energy, right? They can see, I'm just seeing also like someone very beautiful, well-balanced, mature, confident. They can see that energy and they almost want it, or try and sell you a dream or something along them lines, but they're not on your level. Just put it that way. Be your authentic self, stand your ground as you have, speak up for what you believe, what is true, and you will attract the right people and repel the wrong one. Your authenticity will attract what it is you want. You will bring in this new thing that is, well, you have brought it in. This new thing that is coming is because of you, your energy. Then we have inner strength. You might be walking alone, but you are standing strong. You are not putting up with something that is not in alignment with you. It says, don't lose yourself in things you can't change. Focus on the things you can change. Attitude, mindset, and energy. You've got everything you need. You've got this. You have inner strength. And I feel like that's what led you to stand your ground and persevere and say no to something that wasn't in alignment. Then we have step into divine timing. I feel like you knew on some level, your instincts knew that this person was just not really in alignment with you, but you kind of wanted it to work. You wanted things to go well with this person, but there's something about stepping into divine timing. Trust it will happen for you in the right time. What is meant for you won't pass you by. Trust the delays. They are aligning your path. There's something about it's not rejection, it's redirection. Something not working out, whether you had to reject it, they rejected you, whatever, it's redirection into what is truly meant for you. We've got cultivate courage come up. So courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the ability to move forward despite it. I feel like some people are feeling a little bit, not scared, but a little bit like, you know, will I end up alone? That kind of feeling. Will it ever work out for me? Something along them lines. And this is about having inner strength. You can get through it. These kind of thoughts coming up, they're not truth. These are just fears. And you can still feel the fear and do it anyway. You can still do the things that are necessary to do. And I feel like that's what you're doing. Your inner strength is coming up. You have the strength to do what you need to do, to trust, step into your divine timing. And then we have find inner peace. So not only inner strength, but inner peace. You found your inner strength in speaking up for what you want, and you're finding your inner peace as well. You're realizing that having these kind of people in your life that aren't in alignment with what you want, it's not worth it. It's not worth the breadcrumbs. It's not worth the little bit of attention or energy they give you. In fact, they're sucking the energy out of you. They are bringing you down with the inconsistency, the bad communication. They're just not the one. And that was keeping you from your inner peace. But now this is you. This is you stepping into your inner peace, your inner strength, trusting that your authenticity will attract the right people and repel the wrong ones. Peace isn't found outside, it's cultivated within. Create stillness in your mind and soul. And then we have release toxic attachments. That's what you've done. I feel like that's what you've done. Some of you might be in the process of doing it. Toxic ties drain your energy. Didn't I say something about sucking your energy with this kind of hot and cold energy, this kind of being unsure, wish-washy energy, whatever it was that this immature person, emotionally immature person, whatever they were doing, it was draining your energy. Cut the cords and reclaim your freedom, your inner peace, your inner strength, your authenticity. Claim it by cutting those cords, and that's what you've done. That's what I feel. That is what you have done. Okay, let's go to the Roots and Wings deck next. Let's see if there's any clarification on this message. Oh, the card has popped out. Empathy. Understand others' emotions and needs by listening with your heart. I feel like you are quite an empathetic person. I feel like it's good to be empathetic, have empathy, listen to people, understand them. But I feel like possibly in the past you've done too much of it, too much empathy for people's excuses, for their nonsense. I feel like possibly being too empathetic to the point where ignoring what you truly feel. But it's okay, you stood your ground, you came out of that. But there's nothing wrong with being an empathetic person. That is a good quality you have, but you are also balancing it with being honest, standing your ground, calling people out on their nonsense. And then we have rooted in grace. Face life's challenges with grace, maintaining inner stability and calm amidst change. So some of you might be dealing with a lot of change right now, and we've got inner peace, inner strength come up, and this says inner stability. I feel like you are rooted in grace. This isn't what you need to do. This is who you are. You're empathetic. You're rooted in grace. You're dealing with these challenges with grace, maintaining your inner stability, having courage. Sometimes you feel unsure. You feel afraid of things, but you are staying strong. You are rooted in your grace. You are an inspiration to others, put it that way. The way you handle things, the way you cope with things, you stand your ground, but you do it gracefully. You've got a good balance. Your energy has a good balance of kind of like being kind, being empathetic, but also standing your ground. Okay, let's go to the inner child deck next. See if we have a message from your inner child or possibly something about your childhood. Okay, we've got, I reach for what may never answer. Have a little look at that card, because I do like people to get their own interpretation, because sometimes the image holds a message for people as well. I reach for what may never answer. What I'm getting from this is you dealt with some kind of abandonment wounds or issues as a child. I feel like because of your abandonment issues in the past, you did give time to people like this that weren't everything you wanted, or maybe because these wounds weren't healed, you almost attracted these kind of people into your life. I'm not saying it's your fault, but you may have attracted these kind of people into your life that just couldn't give you what you wanted. Okay. Possibly one or both of your parents, something to do with your childhood, someone that should have been there for you and loved you. You have some kind of abandonment wound or issue with them. And because you couldn't get their love, you have somehow attracted people in your life in the past. You've attracted people that at first maybe seem like they're everything you want, but then they start to pull away, or they have something in their energy that just makes you almost chase after it or really kind of want it to work. Well, maybe if you really knew this person, you would know they're not a match to what you want. But there is something about the abandonment you've dealt with, almost like it's being repeated by abandonment from these people. Like the people you attract, the relationships you've attracted, they might be great in the beginning, but there's some element of abandoning you, either emotionally, physically not showing up for you, not being there for you, whatever it is, there's some kind of abandonment where you feel like this isn't enough for me. I'm not getting the love I deserve better than this. And possibly this could have been something you experienced in your childhood of just not getting the love and attention from your parents, the people around you that made you feel worthy, validated. Okay, let's go to the Y deck next. This is where we'll finish this reading. We'll wrap it up with the Y deck. So if you need a Y answer, get your question in mind. And let's see if the deck has the answer. It always has the answer, really, which is why I quite like doing this on camera. Like I pulled some cards before, but I like to pull these during the reading just to see what the energy is and what's coming up. Right, to push you out of your comfort zone. Something happened, maybe standing your ground, finally saying no to something, or for the first time for some of you, you're not used to ending things. Maybe people have always ended relationships with you, but you putting your foot down and ending something is not in your comfort zone, not something you typically do. And for others, this whole situation happening or ending, whatever it was, something has maybe been comfortable being alone. Something new that is happening to push you out of your comfort zone. You're not going to keep doing things the way you did before. You're not going to put up with stuff that you put up with before. Something pushed you out of your comfort zone. Either you standing up for yourself, you having to be alone for a while, or whatever went on in this situation with this person. Something pushed you out of your comfort zone to help you walk uncharted paths. There is something new coming in for you, this new opportunity, this new energy you are calling in. It's going to be something different, something you haven't done before. Maybe you're going to learn to go into new relationships with high standards, with boundaries. The minute they're off, bad communication, acting immature, anything, you're not going to put up with it like you did before. You're going to stand your ground, which is an uncharted path for you. You've not done that before. Right, we've got because you're being guided towards something brighter. Because the answer lies within you. There was some kind of truth shown to you. Maybe always looking for the love outside of yourself. Possibly. But the answer lies within you. And then we got behind that because you deserve better. That is the answer. Hopefully that answered your questions. That is your reading. Let me know how it resonated in the comments. If you enjoyed this video or if it helped at all, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next one.